Okay, I'm going to start the meeting. Good morning. My name is Susan Reardon. I'm the staff hearing officer, and I'm calling the meeting of Wednesday, January 14th to order. Today we have two items, but first, before we get to them, I'm wondering, is there any requests for continuance or withdrawals? Okay. Is there any announcements or appeals? I don't know of any. No? Okay. Is there anybody in the audience who would like to make a general comment on items not on the agenda today? Seeing no one, we'll go to the first item, which is 1268 Bel Air Drive. Would the applicant like to come up? Ms. Milazzo, when you're ready.
Thank you. Get that centered on there. Okay. The project site, located on Bel Air Drive, is approximately 11,000 square feet. Property is zoned E1, which requires 30-foot front yard setbacks. Excuse me, and 10 foot off the remaining property lines. Current development on site consists of a single-family residence, two-car garage accessed off Bel Air in this direction. The proposed project involves a remodel, which will result in several window changes along this side of the building. The house, which was built during a period of time when the interior yard setbacks were different, is non-conforming at its distance of 7'6". Again, the required setback for today is 10 feet. These window changes require modification, approval. Also on the back of the house here, a master closet, or a closet for the master bedroom, is being proposed in order to construct in a uniform line with the existing structure. The closet also is requesting a modification for encroachment into that 10-foot setback. It's staff's position that both modifications for the window alterations and for the closet are necessary to secure appropriate improvements on this property. The closet's been designed with no new window openings, and although the window openings along the side of the house do increase by one, it is staff's position that they will not have any adverse impacts on the adjacent neighbor. They're all single-story openings, and the properties are separated by a fence. Any approval that you wish to grant today would be subject to the condition that the existing storage shed located here in the required interior yard be relocated to a conforming location.
Thank you. I had a question regarding this privacy fence. The window in this location, is it being moved or just enlarged?
And it's existing window. There's an existing wood screen around here. This
Bathroom.
Full height glass window into their shower. Okay. So they have the basic fence and they have this privacy fence around that too. It's pretty existing.
And the fact that it's not roofed, that's why it's allowed in the setback?
The fence is allowed in the setback, yeah, set to a maximum height of 8 feet.
Okay. All right. All right. If you'd like to state your name for the record and your association with the project.
I'm Ron Britton, architect and agent for the owner.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, I'd just like you to approve it and we'll be on our way. We're doing a general remodel. It was built in '64, so we're updating all the windows. They're all single glazed aluminum. And in addition, the window in this bedroom doesn't meet code for access, so we had to change it anyway, so that triggers the whole side, in addition to the addition that we put on.
Yeah, I went out to the site and and there was no one home, so I tried to look in that area, and that existing shed blocked my view, but I did look at the neighbor's property. I was able to look down and see the relationship, and I agree that the fence screens, provides the privacy. But so the existing windows are
There's
high.
a little ribbon strip in this bathroom that we want to change out. And these two ribbon windows along here. This one we need to change for egress. And these ones actually on the other side have a French door set. But we wanted to have a bed head wall, so that's what was put this.
On that side. Okay. This might show up better, huh?
Yeah. So the bathroom window strip is in here and down on the counter. And then this is our new egress window for this bedroom. And then in order to put the bed on this wall, we put the windows on either side. And this is the existing window in the shower.
Okay. All right, I'd like to open the public hearing. Is there anybody here who would like to address the staff hearing officer on 1268 Bel Air Drive? No, seeing no one. I close the public hearing. Have we received any letters?
No correspondence or contact whatsoever.
I did talk to this neighbor over here. He's just curious to see what's going on. so-
Great.
Okay. Well, like I said, I visited the site and I read the staff report, and I agree with the findings in the staff report that the window changes, although they are going from the high windows to the more vertical windows, they won't cause an impact to the adjacent neighbors. And the addition, the uniform addition with the existing exterior wall, it's an appropriate improvement for your lot. So I can make the findings. However, I do want to make some changes to them. I want to address the addition. So I'll read them, my revised findings, just so you can see what they are. And they will be included in the resolution. So I find the modification is consistent with the purposes and intent of the zoning ordinance, is necessary to secure an appropriate improvement on the lot, and I want to add, and represents a uniform improvement on the lot. The proposed alteration to the existing windows, including the addition of one window, allow upgrades to the existing residence with minimal exterior changes and will not result in impacts to adjacent neighbors. And then the part I want to add states, the proposed addition represents a uniform extension of the existing exterior west wall and would not impact the adjacent neighbor, as it is one story and does not include any exterior openings within the interior setback.
Great.
So with that, I approve the project subject to the condition that is included in the staff report.
Okay.
And this action is appealable within 10 calendar days to the Planning Commission. And they also have oversight authority of all actions taken here. And if they feel that this project raises issues that should be reviewed by them, they could call it up within that same 10-day period. And if they did, Ms. Malazzo would contact you.
Great. Now I have to post this again, right, for zoning law? Do I have to post this for 10 days?
It should have been posted 10 days prior to today's meeting.
Okay.
And I saw the yellow sign out there.
All right, and now it can be taken down,
All right.
and then it should be reinstalled during the duration of your construction permit.
Great, thank you.
Great. Thanks very much.
The next item is 1730 Calle Poniente. Did I say it right? And 1415 La Cima Road. It's a lot line adjustment. If the applicants would like to come up to the table. Ms. Brosian, are you ready? Yeah, that's fine. When she gets done, when you come up, you can bring the speakers with us.
Okay, let's see. I'm Kelly Rodison, Assistant Planner. The project I'm presenting today is a proposal for a lot line adjustment between two lots. One lot at 1730 Calle Poniente and another lot at 1415 La Cima Road. It includes the transfer of approximately 6,876 square feet from the larger lot at 1415 La Cima to the smaller lot at 1730 Calle Poniente. No new construction is proposed as a part of this project. 1730 Calle Poniente will be 13,548 square feet with a 17.9% average slope. 1415 La Cima will be 116,155 square feet with an average slope of 38.7%. Therefore, the project does meet slope density requirements. Under CEQA, there's an exemption it's allowed to have an exemption where no new building sites will have an average slope of greater than 20%. This project meets this because there's already an existing residence on each lot, and those building pads will not exceed 20%. They're existing. The site, and also the potential for development would not increase as a result of this lot line adjustment. Let's see. Newly created parcels in the R1 zone require a minimum street frontage of 60 feet. Neither of the existing lots as they are now, have any street frontage, and because of the lot line adjustment, the lot frontage is not changing, but we are required to approve a modification, or the applicant's applying for a modification for each lot to stay as it is with less than with no street frontage on public streets.
Both of them are accessed by the easement?
By private easements, yes, correct. So therefore, this lot line adjustment will result in 2 legal lots that conform to the minimum lot area, the setbacks, and the open yard, and would not result in an increase in the allowed density on either lot. The resultant lots are consistent with the land use element and the density requirements of the general plan as described in the staff report. Staff recommends that you approve the lot line adjustment, making the findings in the staff report. And that concludes my presentation.
Great, thank you. So when you're saying that the lots meet the zoning ordinance requirements, that's with the slope density?
Correct.
And parcel 1, as a result of transferring land over to parcel 1, it still would not be large enough to allow a lot split, right? Because it needs to be 18,000 square feet, and it's 13? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, if you'd like to state your name and association with the project and for the record, and then present the project.
Hey, my name is Lauren Kemkin, and I'm the owner. And the project is, just as Kelly outlined, it's just to really increase the size of our yard and to create more of a buffer with our neighbor so that we can landscape it. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I have any questions for you right now. I would like to open the public hearing. If you like, no, you can stay here. It's fine. If you'd like to come up and sit at the chair,
Okay.
and state your name for the record and your interest, and then provide your comments.
Okay.
I'm Colleen Davis-Heine, and I'm the owner of 1732 Calle Poniente. My
Right.
home
Oh.
is in front of her home.
Okay.
And I believe I own, well, we have an agreement with the private easement involved.
I actually have an easement over your property. I said it wrong. I said you have an easement over mine, but I have an easement over yours. That's how I get to my house.
Okay. Okay. So what does that mean? Because I am not, what does that mean that she has an easement over mine? What rights does she have? What rights do I have if I needed them in the future?
She has a recorded. Can you move the mic? I know. No, it's okay. Just move the microphone so it's in front of your mouth.
Okay.
It's a recorded easement for access, and so she has a legal right to go across the driveway and access her site.
Okay.
And that's, I haven't read, have you read it? But that's typically what it is. It gives one property owner the right to go over another property's, another property to get to their site, and you couldn't put a gate across it and prohibit her from
Right.
gaining access, but she doesn't have any rights to develop it. And there's maybe some maintenance language in the agreement, but
Okay.
that's,
There's stuff like I can put my garbage cans, nails.
Okay.
yeah, that type.
Okay. And it sounds like there's no new construction planned, right? Okay. And if in the future she decided to put a home there, is there enough room for a home
No, and that's what I clarified.
with the 18,000 or whatever
correct,
you just
uh-huh.
said, the lot split?
Right, to be able to...
I'm kind of
Oh, no.
trying to gather information
That's-
because I'm a little ignorant. So.
Right. It would not allow, the size of the parcel, the increased size would not allow for it to be subdivided or for another unit on the parcel. She could do additions just
Right.
like she could now.
Right.
But it would not allow for a legal second unit.
Okay. So if she acquired more land, is that what
Over
you're saying?
18, if she was able to adjust it to over 18, and
That's because of the slope density?
Right. Okay.
Because it's more than 10 or more than 15?
there's different categories, 0 to 10, 10 to 15, and then 15 to 30.
But if we were flat, well, I would still be a little short if we were flat. I think it's 7 if we were flat.
6 and 6 is 12.
So
it'd
it's
be
kind
12.
of hard no matter what because of the slope?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
It's really just making our yard bigger.
Okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to gather information. We get along well, and I just wanted to make sure that I understood what was going on.
And we encourage people to come into the public
Yeah.
hearings and to
Yeah.
discuss and ask questions and call the case planner. And
The real question is, do you like our landscaping?
I love your landscaping. I love you. So that's it.
Okay.
That's all I have to say.
Great, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
If you'd like to turn in the form
Oh.
to Gloria.
Okay, dear.
Ms. Schaefer. Is there anybody else who would like to speak on this project? No? Seeing no one, I close the public hearing. Have we received any letters or?
Ms. Reardon, I have not received any correspondence for this project.
Okay. Well, I went out and visited the site yesterday and actually drove up your driveway and was thinking, unfortunately, you only have the 10-foot wide access because it is a tight turn.
It is a tight turn.
And there's a post somewhere here?
There is a post. It's a mailbox. It's,
Oh, in there.
I know, it makes it really hard.
Hard.
It was her ex-husband.
Oh, huh. To see, but that's not part of this application, and you only have a 10-foot wide easement.
It makes it hard to like receive shipments of wood or something like that.
Yeah, you need a small car to.
It's challenging.
It is.
Yeah.
But in regards to the lot frontage modification, it is an existing legal non-conforming situation in the fact that you are doing the lot line adjustment and adding more land to your existing parcel does not affect the lot frontage. You still have a driveway and still can gain access to your property. In regards to compliance with the general plan, the designation of 5 dwelling units per acre, it requires 8,700 square feet of lot area, and by adding to this, it makes it more conforming, because right now it doesn't even meet that now.
So, yeah, it
correct?
makes us conforming, I think, actually. It just brings us in.
Yeah, because right now you're 6,000 square feet, so the lot line adjustment would bring you in conformance with the general plan.
And that was part of the motivation, actually.
And then in terms of the land use element, it's still single family. It's a single family area. There's no grading proposed. So I believe it is consistent with the general plan. In regards to lot line adjustment, our review authority is mainly consistent with the zoning ordinance, any specific plans, which there aren't any in this area, the coastal plan, which this isn't in the coastal zone, and the general plan. And with the lot frontage modification, the project would be consistent with the zoning ordinance, and it is consistent with the general plan. So I can make the findings in the staff report. However, I would like to make some additions to them. And also, I would like to discuss the conditions, the proposed conditions of approval. You received those. They're attached to the staff report. As the Subdivision Map Act also limits the city's ability to condition a lot line adjustment. It recognizes that lot line adjustment isn't a subdivision. It results in the same number of lots. You're just reconfiguring them. So the conditions are limited to compliance with, to have the parcel comply with the zoning ordinance or with the general plan. And so reviewing these proposed conditions of approval, Condition A regarding uninterrupted flow of water and the positive drainage, I don't think those are necessary to make your lot line adjustment to to be consistent with the general plan or the zoning ordinance. So therefore, I will not include those as a condition. And then again, B1, which is the water rights assignment agreement, the city asserts its rights to extract the water under your property due to Pueblo. It's just the city. And we put property owners on notice by putting this condition and having you record it. So I don't think that this condition is necessary also for compliance with the zoning ordinance and general plan. So I'm not going to impose that one on. The two that I'll keep on there is the lot line adjustment required, the executed agreement, that's a requirement, and then also the litigation indemnification agreement. So I cut down your conditions.
It's worth a visit.
So, yeah. The other one I'd like changed, I know it's going to be an agreement, but if this map's attached to it, on the notes, number 3, it indicates both parcel 1 and parcel 2 are existing lots and do not need a modification for frontage, as only newly created lots need such a modification.
And since we ended up having to do that.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'd like that note taken off, note 3 on the page. Or it could either be taken off, or it could be changed to indicate that a lot frontage modification was granted. That's probably better to change it to indicate that it was granted. Yeah, so with that, I make the findings in the staff report. I do want to make a change to finding B regarding the lot line adjustment. And I'll read how I want to change it. The proposed lot line adjustment is appropriate for the area and is consistent with the city's general plan and building and zoning ordinances. The lot line adjustment would result in, so I'm changing create to result in, 2 lots that conform to the minimum lot area, setback, and open yard requirements in the R1 zone. And then add R1 zone, cross out by relocating the property line which currently separates the 2 properties in its place, and would not result in an increase in allowed density on either lot, period. And then start the next sentence with the resultant lots are consistent with the land use element and density requirements of the general plan as described in section B1C of the January 7th, 2009 staff report. And so with that, I approve your project subject to those revised conditions. And this action is appealable to the Planning Commission within 10 calendar days. And as I said with the applicant beforehand, the Planning Commission has oversight authority, and there's a liaison that reviews my actions. And if warranted, they could decide to, if this project raises significant issues, to call it up and have the Planning Commission review that. And that's the same 10-day appeal, 10-day review period. And if that was to happen, Ms. Brosian, Brodesson, that doesn't sound right, I'm sorry, would contact you. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. That's it.
Yeah. And with that, I adjourn the meeting.